Welcome everyone. Today it's the second Paifu review video. We are having here our hero in the North Seat. He is balancing between Expert 3 and Master 1, a very common place for beginner players to be stuck on when they are not good enough to stay in J2, and they are basically balancing between Expert 3 and Master 1 and going back and forward. So we are trying to let them improve here and let them hopefully stay in Master 1 or higher in CA2. Let's see what we have here. We have a one Dora hand here. Let's hide the hands. Let's hide the hands here and nice draw. You have a couple of different options here. The 2 bean is the most natural. The Teriso could be considered as well to look in the Dora. We have the 2 pairs already, so the extra Teriso is not needed. Another interesting card is 1-2 man here. And let's count the blocks. It's 2 blocks here in the bamboos, 2 blocks here in the character, so we only need 1 block here in the pinch. But we have a weak second block here in the monster. But I'm very fine with just cutting the Teriso here. But the 2 pin is natural. Moving towards 3 pairs, and here we draw a 7. And here I want to go 6 blocks with the Teriso, accepting the 3 man and the 6 man here, and then just fixing the Dora here in this shape. The second card is the 1-2 man, or in any order, with the 2 man first, because the 1 man is can put the 3 man is accepted by the 5-7 man. Let's see, it's the 2 man into the 1 man here. We still have like 3 pairs, which is not efficient here. And then the 5 here, we are moving towards 4 pairs. And here I'm almost thinking, can we go 7 pairs with this 6 card, but it's a bit iffy. It could definitely be 6 here, but I'm not really sure. Like I wouldn't have this 3 so my decision would be way easier here for sure, but I'm leaning a bit towards 7 pairs, but the shapes are still good enough to get it close. But I think the 6 here is an interesting card. What else though? Teriso could be considered, but not much else. It's Teriso here. Looking at the Tura, and here we have another pair, but this 8 pin, we can't really keep it. But we go Nijman, and then another Teriso, unfortunate. Nijman, let's hide the deal intel. And then the T here. I think our hands, like we don't need to win the hand. It leaves our hand very exposed. Let's see, do we just got the Teriso here or what? Because we don't really want to top the Tora. It's like one chance because we see 3 Terisos. But let's see, that is no Raku here. And then Kutsuki here on the screen, and there's just probably a C8 tiles left for Kaiten. It's Tenpai without Raku for more Tenpai. And here we don't have any decision. And then let's see the hands. Kansan, Tura, and then sorry for that. I don't know where we clicked Tura, and then here Tura 2 here. It turned out as well. Oh, it automatically goes forward. I didn't know that. I didn't press anything. Here we have a Vesper. I would. This tree is quite curious though. Probably the tune. I think I would go tune here, one Scott tune. It is additional value, but it's not helping much. So Richie on the left is one chance on the one source, but the rest is probably better. Or the one pin, 2.3 pots is probably best because we're never really fighting the hand with the pencil, with the floating Dora. So one pin here got caught, and then we got the best. Sorry, it's and then west, and then the Shimo here on the left. Let's go next. We have a really awful 9-8 here. It's the first thing I see. The 9 pin is perfectly fine. Keeping 4 honors here. Should probably, you can cut the 2 pin here, but the east is probably has my preference. And here we can just go normal, just so cut the honors here. 8-1 is nice. 7, and then we can, either one is fine. And then keeping a safe up, perfectly fine. A 5-1, we don't really need this 5-1, so I think we just sumo Kiri. We can upgrade here on the Ipeco shape. We can upgrade, I guess, but I don't really want to keep it. And here we have an awkward situation. I want to go 9-man. We already accepted 7-man, and it doesn't lose out on that much. We have too many pairs. The 1-man are 1 scout, but the 7-man is also quite weak. If we get like, I think the correct is the 9-man, then we can cut a 1-man later. And I would just Shimakiri this extra 3 because we have too many pairs anyway. We have way too many pairs, so I would just cut the 3, and here's the 9-man cut. So we would have the same hand, but I would have some safety without the 3 and the 8 so here. And we are moving towards East Southampton. I don't like the goal here. It's an extension C. We are East Southampton, and we are cheering for East Southampton. It's slightly better safe. There's also value in keeping the hand closed. But the extension C got the 5-man. We should have probably got the 3 so, but the C was questionable, and here we see 4-4-7, which is now very good. Like now it's almost, if we had like 2 Torahs open, it would be an instant win because no one puts this hand on a 4-7, but people are not really folding here. And then there's the run here on the left for 2000. 2000 is good, but like you kind of want to keep it close. We have the same shape as last time, the 9-8. Let's see. We have too many pain points here, by the way. I would keep the honor here. I would just cut, I think 1 into 2, no, 9 into 8 probably first, and then 1 into 2. I will keep the white jack one open hand, and it's still 9 into 8 here. 9 into 8, nope. Okay, when are we cutting the 9 into 8? It's time here, 9 into, yes, now, there's the cut. There might be a 5-6-7 sounds good. This is an interesting position. The pinch is 2-4-7-6-9 pin, and it's 1-4-7 here on the left. I think I will cut 5 into 7. So even though we made the 6 does look good, it probably will get pushed here on the left, but the Sunschool is not worth that much. I would just cut 5 into 7 here, playing 5 strong blocks. The 7 pin is chosen for 6 blocks here. I don't really like the 6 blocks. We were losing out on 4-7 pin, and really the option to call the 4-man as well, because it's now a 6 pin Pensarm if we want to go for open tunnel. Or like we can get a 5-6-7, but then we either have to cut the Torah shape or the 7-8 here, and it feels such a waste, to be honest. And let's see here, we have 2 pairs shape, 5 into 7 again. I think it's the natural cut, 7 is chosen instead. There's the Ritchie, and then the 8 pin is Kampuche, and I don't think we can really fight here. We can't really fight, so just anything that is safe. The 1-man here isn't safe. I think I would go 5 pin, and then just see what 2 pin is also in the same vein basically. But we are certainly also defending here on the left, and this goal, I don't like it. There's a 5-6-7, but we are still too far away. We have like 5 draws left, and we can't really win, but you can get like 10 back. But, and here, are we ditching the 6 dots? What the Torah? I don't think the Torah is. It's more here on the left that the 2-man is wording. RE5. I would probably just fold out here, but let's see. And a 16 is chosen for a Paifu Torah 2 with a Richie 7-7. What are we going to cut here? The Torah, but it's Torah, probably the east here, and then let's see, when can we pawn the right second? We can just cut the Torah right here, because we have two Akka Torahs. Not confirmed that, but there's a pawn into 5-man. I don't like it. We looking at the blocks, how would you divide the blocks? We need 4 blocks in our hand because we have 1 block open. I see very strong 2 blocks here in the social suit, in the bamboo suit. I see the 3-3-5 pin as 1 block, and I see the 5-7-1 as our 4th block. I would cut the Torah here. 3900 is perfectly fine. If we can get it, we can upgrade here on the 5 pin with the 6 pin as well. Well, we can actually cut the 5 and do 7 later on. But like this Torah doesn't do that much. Pairing it up is of course Mangan, but like winning the hand it's always a priority when you're open. Cut the Torah. There's also no Honitze. And now what? I would be E something here, but this hand is still 2 something, and there's a Richie on the right, and what now? 8 so probably. Well, I think 7 so could be tried, and then we have to push the Torah for Tempai. And there's a Shimunda. It's actually pretty good for us, but because we would be likely just stealing in at some point because we don't have any safety, so the Torah will come out at some point most of the time with 2 Torahs. But the ones who should have left our hand quite early. I want to go 2 so and do 3 man, and then force the Honitze here in the Torah suit. With the red dragons, 3 man is okay, and then 9 man. And let's see, 6 man? Yeah, 6 man it is. Oh, there's the Ritzy north here, and then we can still fight, but it really depends on when we pawn the 2. The 4 so passed, but we need the 4. We can see this. 4 or 5 probably. Okay, we skip and we draw the perfect tower. Okay, perhaps the 3 is not that cool because the 4 is twice cut. Yeah, I guess the theory probably skip is better, but we deal the perfect tower. We push the 1 chance here. The 8 pin is actually safer. The 8 pin is safer, but it loses out on some acceptance. It does lose out. But if we can reach Torah 2, it's perfectly fine as well on the 9 pin. If we draw like a 6 pin, I think if we want to take the 3-sided weight instead of the Sampon with the red dragon, only can put the 6 pin, the 9 pin is Suchi, the 3 pin is Suchi. Now it's K8 off, so now we can just 1 pin here. And 2 into 3 here, and we see here. For Atosuke, and it doesn't make any sense. I need to check. Yeah, weird player here on the left. Weird player here on the left. 6 pin is safe, and then we zoom out the 2, and it's extra full as well. Very nice. 1326 plus bonus stick and the Richie stick here. And let's see, what do we have here? I want to go 8 so. There might be a Sansoku here, also 8 so. I think like the Sansoku is not that good here, but like when we can open for it, and the scores are really close here. I want to keep the 9 pin. The 8 so doesn't have that much juice. And then the 8 so here, like if we have a 9 pin here, we have a Sansoku. We actually have the Sansoku. Yeah, the instead, but now we have a 3 pin instead, and now it's just very awkward. It's kind of awkward because we don't have any value. We have Painful with the 7 pin throw. Really want the 9 pin here, but like I'm almost tempted to cut the 8-man here, but I think in terms of efficiency, the 5-man makes sense. And considering the scores, I think the 5-man is correct. But if it was each round here, I would cut the 8-man and try to look in the AK because we just don't have value. And we feed the Torah across instead. And this is kind of bad. And there's the Atuske, can be Tortoy as well, so we should be careful. Are we folding here? I don't think so, but we don't have anything really to fold with, except for the 1-man perhaps. 8 pass, 3 so, and there's the run. I think we got kinda saved here. It's a 1 4 3 6 9 pin weight. The 9 is each as well for the 5th hand. Very wide. I think we got kinda saved there because he didn't have any value and the hand was quite exposed. So I think the outcome is quite okay. We don't have a head yet. I want to go 8 pin. We can still get a float around here. We don't really care about the Torah though, because we still are headless. If we throw a Torah, we can Torah Tanky or something. The 9 is not that great either, but we can pair something up in the bamboo. The 9 is actually the other's good card. Perhaps the 9 is better for the Torah except for the 7 acceptance. I think the 9 because we really don't have any value. The 6 is pretty good here, but we got the 6 for the double bad save for each something, which is really not what we want. And there's the Richie on the left, and we are out. So in the end, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. 2-man can push, and then here, what do we push here? The 1-man is 1 chance. And the repeat is Richie Shuchi. If we really trust Kamitra here, they shouldn't be waiting on the 2-5 pin, but it does steal into Paifu. The 3 pin seems very logical. 1-man could be considered as well. I'm just like in like a high level room, the 2 pin, like some people trap the 2 pin, the 2-5 pin, but to usually pass as does the 1-man, so I'm a bit iffy about the 3. Here we have the 2 pin, the 2 so Suchi, or we have the 1 pin Suchi, probably 1 pin here. And then do we push the 2 so we have 3 4 souls here, but we are worried about the 1-3 console. 2 so it is, and then here we almost have the entire Sushi of the 1-4-man, which is kind of worrying here, but they have a 2-man Sumakiri with a 6 pin follow card. So what we can infer is that the 2-man is really useless because they kept a dangerous 6 pin in the place, and we got the 3 pin instead, and we deal into 12k. Quite unfortunate. But I don't think, like, it's not the worst card. The 1-man, the 2 pin could be considered, but I don't think the deal in could be really avoided there. Is it 7 pairs here? Yeah, it's 7 pairs. 5-man, 1 card. We'll be scrolling a bit through the hand here because there is just no efficiency with 7 pairs. 7 pin. I would go. Wait, the south. Was the south twice cards? 1 card. I will keep the south for sure. Of the 7 pin, and there's the 7 pin, there's another south. 5 so anchor, but the north dead. The 1-man is twice card, so Shimakiri the 5. We basically need to win, so we don't really care about dealing in here. But just 5 so. There's no like an anchor because it's completely dead, so and there's the Tempeh. Chikoku Donkey here though. There was only 1-1, so I really hated Chikoku, but I guess there is nothing here. The 2 for the 3 so doesn't look that much better, to be honest. There are like 3-5 shows, but yeah, I think we might have messed up slightly earlier because we have a horrible weight here, and like there is no incentive for people to push, so they will just hold it. There are many sushis out as well, so like the rest may not even come out. Unfortunately, we can't tank on the 5, so because it's 7 pairs, has to be 7 different pairs, and it's 1500. We didn't check, but we don't really care about our opponent's temperature. We require Mangan. We need Mangan. Paifu hands need basically a Mangan. Oh wait, we have 1600 in the middle. So Paifu Torah is enough here. It is. What 300, but I don't really see that happening. Our hand is really not moving forward. There's no Sansuku, right? So we either have to fix the 2-5 pin, and we see 3 of them, or we fix the 5-8 so I've got the 7 so here. And then just I don't like the 3 pin though. I don't like the 3 pin. But because the 2-5 pin is dying out, so we need the extra 3, and we can draw a 2-mon as well to resolve the ship. Only 2 left, but this one is a massive mistake though. Let's see. We basically need to win the hand. As always. 8-9 pin, you should cut the other way, by the way, because 8 pin still has utility here. If you draw a 6 pin, we have a ramen concern. This 8 here does have loose without the 9, with the 6 pin draw. And even if you draw the 7 pin after, you might still hold the 3 turn safe. But it kind of worked out. I want to go 2-mon here, look in the sample, look in our final pair. Still being able to upgrade here on the pincer. If we upgrade on the pincer, or if we control the monster first and we upgrade on the pincer, we can cut a green second pair for Paifu. We don't need the Sakikiri, but here we are just E something. But I would have a 4 pin here, and then I will probably cut it right here though. So we would have the same hand, or like I wouldn't have this 2-mon, but I would have a North instead. There's a pawn into 4-7, so, and I don't think we can just scroll through it because there's no decision here for us. There's no decision, and that is the first game. So overall, like there were some like weird scores and some efficiency, some shapes, which could be played a little better. The deal in was kind of unavoidable, I think, but overall it was quite okay. On the critical decisions, we mostly agreed. And we are having 3 games in total, so this is the second game here. We are starting south here. We have a horrible hand here. We have a horrible hand. There's that's like I just want to Sakigi the 2-mon and the 9 pin as soon as possible, but there's the Torah actually. The Torah is pretty nice here. I didn't see that, but it actually worked out here. It feels like a flush here on the right, so I don't really. I think our hand is pretty much dead, to be honest. There's like a late 7 pin card, but it doesn't make any sense. It's just a ramen card there. Or like they deal the 7 pin right after the 8 pin card. But there's a 2 so, and I think the person here on the right is just waiting. And if they are waiting, it's most likely going to be the flush, but they can still have some Torahs, lower monster with this early 7 card. But the ramen cards, which I do think is a ramen card, it's quite weirding here. And then 3 pin here. And there's oh my god, it's only so it's Paimon. 36, 9 so. And 39 is Paimon. Or like it's Hanuman on Ron and then Paimon on the Sanan Koshimo. Very fast. I don't like this 7 cards. I want to go 1-2 pin. I want to cut the pens on here. There might be an Itcher, but there's not really an Itcher. The extra 1-man can become our head here with the 4-man. We can create a monster head, but the 1-2 pin is my cut here. The 1-2 pin is still my cut here, or the 1-man, not the 4. So 7. So I would still cut the 1-2 pin here, and here 1-man is okay. We are headless here. 2 away, and what are we doing here? Wait, what? Are we folding here? I don't think we are folding here. We have nice door acceptance. They made, like, they have like 3900 because I do suspect them to have a Mansu block there. Like, I guess 1-2 pin is so useless here, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure. This was probably means that they have a social block and a Mansu block left. The 6-man actually like is okay, but it doesn't really do much. Are we going 6 here? Are we going 9? We are moving towards standard, but the 9, yeah, but the pins are pretty safe. I don't mind, but I think 8-man. Wait, I need to really read the safe though. Yeah, still not east something. I think 8-man perhaps was better. We need one more block though. We need one more. Oh, that is like the perfect row actually. Yeah, and then it's a 6 so, or not. It is 2 so I'm not that worried. We can check the hands, but I'm really not that worried. It is cut. Let's see. It was just. It was just. They didn't want to. Okay, they are just doing their own thing there. And I think here we just have to push the 6 so for the maximum E something. It's very wide. It's actually very wide. It's 2-5. It's a 4-man, and it's I think also 3-6-9, but I'm not sure if we have like a shape here. It's not 36. It's actually also 3-6-9. Wait, let's sort the 7-man first. Basically any monster from 2 to 9 is Tempai after the 6-0 card. And oh my god, there's our Tempai. Ipeco, Tandao, Tura 3 here on a 7-pin tanky. Kan Zinitsu. There's no Paifu, it's 258. It's Tora 2, Tora 3, I mean, with more Tora chances here. Almost, how do you call that, big numerous neighbors it's called here on Matungso, having 7 pairs Sandao, Rampeko thing. We need a 3-man instead of the 6, and then we have to win on the 2. 5 so. Can we reach? Nah, we are not going to reach on this 5 so tanky. Would be very funny though. Would be very funny if we reach here with the 2-man or the 8-man, but we lose out on Ipeko. I think 8-man Ritchie and then on the 5 so, and then instant run. But like Simonsa wouldn't have pushed the 5 so, I think. Or they likely had some other tasks as well, and the 5 so, and then the 8 so. They would have probably gone 4-pin and then the 6-pin and not the 5 so, but the 5 so looked pretty okay. Would be really funny to eat Patsuron on the 5 so tanky, but it's it's not really a thing though. It's not a thing. I want to really cut the 9-man, but if you have one each, the 9-man might have some ruse. 7-pin. We are still hatching the Honich, but the Tune here or the East both sides cut. Except I want to really cut the 9-man, but like we might as well keep it. This 3 pin is a mistake, but we already have a 1 pin here, but we need one more block. We have a pair for months, 1 block here upper and west uncle here, and we need 1 more block. So the 3 pin is a mistake, and the 6 pin is really awkward here with the 7. And here we are east something, it's uncle headless. I didn't want to cut the 8-9, but like we can't anymore, and they're still on 2000, and we have a solid hand here. We have a painful hand. Need the honors. Just need the honors. The Nijman. Not my favorite card. I would just cut the North. The Nijman would be very good here for the Rankan, the 3 and the 5 man Kansan. Just mismanaging the shapes slightly, but I would still cut the 9 man right here most of the time to look in Thunder. This is interesting. To be no, I think it's just Sumakiri. Just look in Thunder. Okay, we got punished there, but let's see Tora. It's still pretty okay. And another flash. Oh my god, it's a hammer. Hit the Tora. I want to cut 8-9 pin here. I really want to cut 8-9 pin. I thought that this player or player here likes keeping the 8-9 pin with the 5-6, and it's getting on my nerves slightly. Is there another flush there? Just got the 8-9 already. 8-9. The 4. Okay, the 4 is 3 times cut. Okay, it's fair, but I would almost still cut 8-9 over the 1 tower 4, so because it has upgrade potential, and this shape doesn't have upgrade potential. You can cut the 9 pin there as well. Are we out? I think we are out. I think we can't really do anything here. 8 pin, 9 pin perhaps. I would already, I wouldn't have this 8-9, but that's the last 4, so the 3-5 would be also completely dead. And I don't think we are pushing the south or the west here, so let's see what our player does here. 5 into 6 beam, perhaps. West. It's almost a Sansuku Toko here on the left, it's kind of funny. We are out of honors. The honors are dead. They actually might have it. They might actually have a toy toy. I do put them on the toy toy. And then the two shows. I don't think Torment has them. I don't really think Shimotsa has them as well. So the Sansuku Toko might actually be there. But we are still like stuck here. Wait. 7 man is E something, it's Suchi, but it's quite late. 1 is it's still 2 something. And then we wait, if we see, but we are stuck with the south, but we can see 5-6 beam perhaps. See 8 man. Unless the 7 man pass, I would see 7 man. I think 5-6 pin. I think 5-6 pin is just better, but I think 5-6 pin is better, but we got rewarded here, and then we push the 7 man here for our Katen. Or like, not Katen, because the person here on the right won here, they'll see to its to the 3 hand. Can we cut the Pensan again? 8-9 so? Oh, there's a Torah. 1 so. Look in the bill. Here is Torah acceptance, so it's 1 so. Or like it's always 1 so by the way. Look in the bill. But my Torah acceptance. I want to cut 1 so like 10 times ago. The 1 so is just the cut. The 1 so. We almost have a Thunder here. We almost have a Thunder here. 4 so Chi. The 7 pin is twice cut, so it's too tough for me, I think. I don't think 2 7 pins out is just so rough though. The spawn into 5, so Like this is weird because the 7 bean and we don't have a Dora anymore. Like, and that's the Richie, and here we are screwed, aren't we? 8 bean. But what are we going to cut? Like 6 bean. Oh, that's a second Richie. I didn't see. Wait, that's the second Richie, 6 bean, and then the 9. So probably other. I'm actually trusting the 9 so way more, but it's next to the Dora. But if we deal into Torment, we can 7 man triple, but it's not the safest. I'm not really sure on what the best cut is here. I don't know actually. Because I really wanted to defend against the dealer here, and then it's 9 so if we want to defend in general, it's probably the white dragon, and then the 7 months, but they are shooty, but it's not the best shooty to push, but we have 3 tau, so I think 7 man is fine. There's the white dragon here on the right. Let's check their hands, by the way. It's 6-8 here, and it's 2-5 there across. And here we have to probably cut the 7s here, because they don't deal into Paifu. There is not much else. There is really not much else. And there's still on 11-6, which is horrible for us. Or like it's still okay, I guess. We still have a comfortable lead. I want to keep the green jack and got a 1-star here. The honors, the down honors increase in value when you have more honors. So you really want to keep the honors over the overlapping steps. I don't know, this 1-2 so is so weak here again. I want to, like the 2-pin is okay here for each something, but I want to cut 1-2 so here, and I'll play our toss, pawn, and then into 3-6. And I think we are pretty stuck here. We can technically pawn the 5 pins, c5, 8 pin, for the Honitsa, but it's probably not necessary here. We can switch out for extra full here as well with the 6-7 pin throw. And we run here for double south. It's actually double south, so we will never switch off of it. I didn't see it's double south, so we will always be on the 3-6 so. 9 so we are keeping the 9 so here on the left, but I would cut the 9 so. 9 so. Oh, that's the Richie across. Okay, I see now, and then the east. One's got 9 so probably 1-man and not the 9 so because it still deals into some sabers. No, it's a real shooty to push. It's next to the 8 so Richie, and then 2-man, 7-man, or the green, I guess. Is the green safe? The green isn't even safe, is it? No, the green isn't. It's okay. It's pretty much is. Okay, yeah. Okay. I thought it was still unsafe. We have almost a toy hand. Let's see if we pawn like the 4-pin best. We skip here. I agree with the skip. Because now we have 2 safe tiles basically, but the 4-pin can be just called. If the 4-pin is always a call here, the rest can be skipped the first time, and then the second time you kind of have to call. We can pawn this as well. We can pawn the 6 cells here. So for 5-8 cell, and we skip that. And here we are Tempai. We can pawn for Tanki and Toto as well. We will pawn the best if it comes out one more time. Shimakiri. Are we really afraid of Tormentor? Ramanchi. 3 and do 7. Like the pins does look a bit sus, but the 6-pin weight is just so horrible. I think I'm just going to Shimakiri in the hope that Torment just doesn't have more Tora. Because 8-pin weight is just so much better. This is almost, we get a 6-pin here. It's basically almost giving up the hand with this 9-pin, but we run anyway. got the honors Paifu, CO2 Santen. You haven't drawn anything, and this is E something. There is a Sansoku here. Nainso is just a card here, and then Sansoku, Tamaten, Fuapin, we don't need to Richi. And we had like a Mangan Sumo requirement here for first. We probably we don't need to Richi them, but we actually don't need to Richi them actually, because on Sumo, especially Mangan, on run 5-2 here on the right, it would be covering the 10,000 points as well. It's just always Tamaten here, and then we are going to the third lock here. Let's exit and put it in here. If you like the lock reviews and want to have your own lock review, you can join my Discord, by the way, or you can mail me your logs and mail. And the Discords are in my channel page, basically. Or you can, I don't know if comments allow links, but you should probably mail it to me or join my Discord. It's in my channel page. Very nice hand. Here we are headless, 7 so or 4 pin, both are fine. We're probably on a west, oh, we are not on a west donkey. I think we can just scroll through and we sumo here, what, 300, 500. This one is a mistake. We should got the pro card is probably 8 so for the 1 to 3 Sansoku, but I want to cut the 1 so here for the Torah acceptance. And then let's see here, there's the Torah, and we kind of have to just, like, we can keep it, but now with this one man, we just don't have acceptance, really. We can keep it, but I think we like, I guess we keep it because we don't really have that much value. But now I think we got it a swash card, so the donkey on it isn't that great. There's the 2-man, the last 2-man, and into Kutsuki. 3 pin, it's 3 pin, there's a 3 pin here. Well, like, we are very feared on the social, we are feared on the 1 and the 8. I don't mind it actually, I don't mind that, but because of the feared but I'm not that afraid of feared but I understand why people hate it. I think it's 3 pin here for the Ipeco and short Sumakiri. Green is 4 times or 3 times Scott. I mean, that's a 4 of 1. 8 pin. Are we cheating? I think we are. I think we are. Because we don't have that much value, so it doesn't really matter. Wait, we skip? We skip. Oh wait, like we skip here. I pressed previous turn on my mouse wheel. It's actually good that we skipped, or like we would have just stayed that in here, or I don't think we could have dodged that if we cheated, because it's almost just a must push, especially with the Tora out, but they had 2 Akka Tora. We saved some points here. He saved 4,000 points by not calling. We have an interesting Mansu shape. There's a Richi on the left. Was it this turn? It was a 4-man Richi here. 4-man into pawn, into that 1-man into 2-man is probably the best bet. The 9-man is the widest but not safe, and the weight isn't good. And we don't want to do like a 6-pin or like a 5-pin as well. So like 1 into 2-man is natural, 2 is safe. I think we are almost out. I think 3 so is fine here, and then 4 so perhaps. 2 pin pass as well, and then I don't mind 4 so or the 9-man just pass as well. It's carbate off, it's fully carbate off, so we are basically never dealing in. So let's go to the end, 2-5, 36. This is kinda a bad hand. I want to say it, I've got a 2-8 here. Like if we draw like a 5, like if we draw like a 9 pin, we actually have an Honitsu here. We actually have a non-HC here, so I want to cut the 2 and the 8 here, and the other 2 suits. Keep the honors for sure, because the hand isn't really painful. It's just like very slow close. I would just Sumakiri. Nah, we don't have enough blocks, so keep the extra 5. Like, we are setting up for like a Richinomi here, which is kind of the issue. I really want to go straight for the Honitsu. And the south is safe. We should just push out the south now. It's still safe against the other 2 players most of the time. Because south... Just cut the south. Because if someone... Like, I dealt into some Chikoku Tanki last tournament on the south as well. And like, I kept it because of the Richi, and it wasn't safe against the Richi, but it was twice card, and I dealt in on my Richi this card. And we are never pushing the hand, so let's see. Outside hand time, Naiman pawn into 2 so is okay here, into 1 so. We don't need that. 7-7 here is interesting. 16 into Fuhrmann. I think Fuhrmann. Oh, we are folding against the Topo East Triple Tora. It is 7-man with a chin card. It seems to be very fast though, but like. Until, are we pushing it now? We don't have anything really. We have 7, 8, 9, I guess. Okay, we take them by here. And I probably would have just pushed the Fuhrmann out earlier. And then just like, if we deal into 18k, we deal into 18k. And this 16, it's like half Suchi. It's actually, it actually can deal into the 6-9 pin, because if they have a 7-8-8 shape, they are never going to keep the 8. We have a 1-4 wait. Is the 6 pin safe here on the left? It's not. So it's probably just 8 man here. Wait, what? Oh, the 9 man is card off. Okay. Oh my god, another Paiman. Another Paiman. Let's see here. I want to cut the pants on, so I want to almost instantly cut the pants on. Well, not here, but around here I really want to cut 8-9, but we still have some honors to deal with. But I really want to cut the 8-9 here. It might not be the best, but the 8-man pawn into... I want to cut the 8-9 man here. It might feed Shimotsa, but I really want to cut the 8-9. Because our hand just has no feature, even with 2 Turas. And I would probably cut the 8-9 man here as well. And then here on the 6-0, I would still cut the 8-9 man. There's the Khan here on the right, and our hand is basically dead. With the Richi here, there's the second Richi, and then here, what are we going to cut? It's probably the 9 man. Oh, the 2 man. Oh, the 2 man makes sense as well. 2 man and 9 man. This is the reason why you don't want to Khan here for the Ura 2 here. And they are just stealing in for way more value. What do we want to cut here? I think the 2 so here for the Ipeco shape. AK5. We have like 5 blocks, but if we can upgrade on this 5 man here, we can replace a 2-3 pin shape, which confirms standard here, 2 pin twice cut. I think the 2 so is a fine balance. We don't need 3 pairs here. We have a 5 so, 8 so, and a 7 pin pair, but we don't need the extra pair. This 4 so doesn't do anything here. It accepts the last 4 so and the 1 so, but both of those tiles aren't really doing much for our hand anyway, so I would Sumakiri here. This one is interesting. It balances out the blocks, but I think I would just go 4 so. With some 7 pairs out as well, but I would also have this 5 man still in my hand. I would cut 8 so here, probably over the white dragon, because we have an open hand here, and we kinda need one more block, but Like having some safety is nice as well. 9. We are all overblocked. We have 6 blocks here. He skipped the 8 pin pawn, probably fine. Are we 7 pairs here? I think 7 more. I think we are 7 pairs. But it's still a bit iffy. Like we can, like we, if we want to push for a normal hand, we are just going to deal in. That's like the issue here. Like we are just going to deal in. If we push too hard, 8 so still probably fine here, and then here 4 pin. I think the 4 pin is okay, and then 1 so push. But the problem is 2 something here. We can't really Mawashi on the green seconds, which we really want to. 3 so 8 9 7 8 pin. I think 7 8 pin here, and then I don't know, but a 5 man. Okay, yeah, that's a KB5 man actually. That's a KB5 man. I didn't see that. I think just Shimakiri then. It shouldn't deal in. You can show the hand. The 7 shouldn't deal in and do almost any shape because of the KB. But like there's a KB5, but the hand is pretty much doomed no matter what. So I don't mind. Like I don't mind it. It's whatever. One more. I would cut the one more. Okay, there we go. And here the 2 man. I would cut a 5 man for the 3-sided weight. Look in the 3-sided weight. Balancing out the shapes here. The 3 is a huge mistake. It's the worst. Not the worst discard, but I think the 5 man is best, then the 3 pin. And then even the 8 man, I think the 8 man is actually better than the 3 so here. So it's 5 man, 3 pin, 8 man, and then 3 so I think for me in terms of how good it is. It's just only just 3 pin. And it's only 5 man or 3 pin, and I think the 5 man is better. I think the 5 man is. Wait, what? What are we pulling here? We have a huge acceptance here in the monster suit, and our social shape is way too weak because we got the Teresa here. We shouldn't be calling the monster shape, and especially not with a pawn here. We have 2 Toras with the thunder shape, but the monster, like on any draw, we can just advance our hand normally as well. This pawn, like even like a 40% call rate. Like I wouldn't even have this 5 man, so I can't even pawn it. But like I don't want to pawn here. I really don't. For 3900, the shapes are weak, but like the monster shape is 4-sided weight basically. It's 369 with the extra 5 and the extra 5 pin, so it's actually kind of 5-sided. I'm never going to call that. Perhaps on tilt row, but like I don't know why we are having a 3 pin here for no reason. Are we cutting the 3 pin? No, we are not. There's the con here into temper 7, so Hanchan. And here, what are we going to do? What do we think Toyman has? There are 2 social indicators. A social is actually pretty expensive in the board. Do we think Toyman is temper? I think we have to assume that either 4 pin 3 pin into 5 pin cut 6 7 1 cut. They are almost certainly temper with the middle tower 3 so discards. But do we push one more tile? Like if we deal in, the honors are almost all dead. The west, the north. The north is still like 1 card. Like in the best scenario, it's just 1 gun across. But it's 1 chance. But the 1 is really not reliable. I think 5 pin, 5 pin, and then we have a white kitten. We have a white kitten here, and there's a north, and then our hand is completely dead. Because we're also not pushing the north, and then what do we cut? The 7 looks okay. And they have a north pair with 5 Dora. I hate that it goes to the next hand. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 Tora. This is so tough, okay. I want to really got the 8 Naima. Oh, the tune here is fine. I would really want to. It's probably just the white and the backfire. I'm really like getting so. This 2 man is probably not the best discard because some 7 pills as well, 7 pills out as well. Like we should keep the 2 man 100%. And we have a horrible upper monster save, which I really want to get rid of, but we can't 4-pin here on Naiman. It's Naiman. And the backfire. Instant backfire. Let's see, 5, not a 5, so I'm not too worried about the 5, so because Toyman doesn't have a 9-pin if they have a Thunder hand. And they drop the East, they drop the Tune, they drop the West spell for Thunder basically. Because if they had like a Rakuhai hand, which if you count the honors, it's not possible anymore. They would have West spell there. It's 100% Thunder. So they don't have the 9-pin, so I would just push this 5, so. The 8 man was 1 scar. The Sampon still look kinda okay. This is E something, but I would beat them by right here, and then the 4-pin. The 4-pins are dead here. I would call. I think I would call the 4-pin, but it's getting too late. I think I Tamaton here with the 5, so. I think we take Tamaton. I don't think we reach here. The 6 pins, like the sunset is in the wall are like almost 0%. You can put Torment at like at least 1 6-pin because there's a 4-pin KB, and then they might have a monster shape, perhaps 1 social shape, but they certainly have a 6-pin across. I hate this Richie so much, and then we missed the upgrade here on the 2-5. And there's the chase, and we kind of want to unleash it, and there's the Ipochimo, and the height there is not comfortable, but let's see. It's they have a 6-pin there, but they don't have like they can't have anything else than at least 1 6-pin there. The other 6-pin is here on the right. It is Sotokawa trap here on the 7. It's, like this is just a waste of the Richie stick, and then. We missed upgrade as well. South 1 here. Turaka, this is probably okay. Into Teriso, I don't. Teriso. It fixes the ramen, but I would call it 8, so it's more efficient. I think 8 so anyway, or the 5-pin. I don't like the 5-pin. There are 3 1-pins, and there is a world where we just got the 2-pin to look in the AK5 here. It is 1 tau extra, and it's actually really a world where we got the 2-pin for the constant 4-pin instead. But there's a Richie on the right, and we draw another 2-pin, and are we pushing? The 2-pin is okay. Wait, this carpet of 8 man here. Okay, do a Sampon, 1 Tanky, it's a Sampon. Nothing that we can do there, really nothing. I would cut we have a painful, Thunder painful hand, so just cut the honors here over the 2-pin. The 3-pin is still good. And here, let's just cut the honors, but I would have a 2-pin here over 7-man. Shimakiri here is interesting, you can cut 7-pin for 6 blocks. Over the 9-man, Sansuku here, 7-man again, 7-pin here. I like 7-pin for the 4, 5, 6 Sansuku. This also can upgrade, so I would go 7-pin here. The 7-pin 2-man Sabo has only 2 tiles left. I would cut the 7-pin here, and then try to upgrade on the Sosu, and you got the upgrade on the Sosu, so I would Sakikiri here the 7-pin. Because we don't want to open for 2000 points. So I would cut 7-pin here, and then there's the 7-pin C here on the left, and that's standby, the G 7-pin. It's the last 7-pin, and this carbate off, and there's the deal in, and is that game is 2-9. Okay, we have 0 points, so we are forced to go. We can't reach it anymore. Pretty horrible situation here. Let's see here. 3 pin north. Like we need to rush tournament. See south. 6 pin. I think we can technically pawn this. But we are E something here. The 2-pin was cut. Bit iffy. This 3-pin is almost a summon key, but I think I would just cut the Tora. If we win like one hand, we can reach E next turn. We basically need to win one or twice on a Tilo next turn, and having 1000 points. Or like if we win, we always have 1000 points. I think we want to cut the Tora because the 3-6-pin looks horrible and the 2-pin looks horrible. Or if you really want to cut value, you can 5 so. But I think I would just cut the Tora here because the Sampon is now completely dead. So we are basically pushing to Kaiten here. This is basically Kaiten because the 3-6-pin is probably just 0 tau. It's 1 tau. There's one 3-pin left. There's actually a miracle that there's still one in the wall. We got the upgrade here. Let's hide the hands and we got the upgrade here. But I would just ditch the Tora out there and then probably be on a 2-pin Hanchan because I couldn't switch here on the 7-pin. So I would be on a 2-pin Hanchan. And let's see if we win. Tora slides, very nice. And that's the Simo last turn, and I wait on the 2-pin as well. And that is game. What did you think about this player? You can comment down below. I already prepped a bit. I do have already feedback, gave already feedback to this player based off of those 3 Hanchans. In general, there were some efficiency mistakes, but I think overall, like the danger level was quite good. But here is feedback that I gave the player. In the first Hanchan, they called a lot for thunder, and they didn't maximize the closed hand potential. The overall sense of danger level is good enough for a trade room level, and there were some creative Kaiten calls. Kaiten meaning formal tempai for Rikoku, for exhaustive soul calls were found as well. And then I have 2 main tips to improve for this player. First one is just playing more, because I can see that it's sometimes a little bit inconsistent, and doing a lot more one-away training and hand building exercises. And got the Hanchan, just know that the Hanchan overlap is so big. And then I continue with the efficiency isn't bad per se, but I prefer different cut orders. Moving towards standard is usually very good, but sometimes you just have to embrace that you will have to throw tempai yourself, and that you have close tempai. If you don't get tempai, you have to vote out. And sometimes I think this player falls out slightly too early, but it's also really good for this player because they are not trying to play single player as some other courtroom players do, which have like 15 or 16% deal in rate. They are basically playing single player with some random third party opponents, and then they have a high deal in rate. And then the last thing is what I want to address is that the player can try to find more value besides the Tora, and looking for more value options besides the obvious Tora. And that is it for me. If you want to have a log review or triple log review, that is, you can join my Discord. You can directly mail me as well, and I will look into it. But that is it for me today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you hopefully in the next Paifu review.